as I told you guys, I always have the best guests on my show, and the young lady that's next to me is no exception to that rule. She's a legend in the music, and not in the music business, but the film industry and television. She was your favorite wet dream growing up back in the 80s. I'm here with the one and only Lynn Lipton, and she has one of the sexiest voices in animation. So, Lynn, I know you're a professional actress, so how did you get your start with TV and film?
How did I get my start? I went to an audition. Actually, I'll tell you the truth. When I got my start, I'm a stage actress, so I was working on stage, but there were these magazines like Backstage, and it said, send your picture and resume. And I didn't have any money, so I got, for $1 in movie magazines, you could get your picture of your favorite stars. They sent you 50 pictures. So I got 50 pictures of Elizabeth Taylor and 50 pictures of an actress named Elke Summer because she was blonde. And I would send that with my resume to get an audition. And I got a lot of auditions that way. And the disappointment on people's faces when I walked in was unbelievable.
That's cool. That's cool. So, what was your very first television TV work? What was that about?
My first television, I did a lot of pilots that didn't sell. And then I did a lot of pilots, and I worked in a theater called Second City and the Committee. And I think the first television I did was in Chicago at Second City. And then the Committee, which was in Los Angeles, we did television shows sort of together, as a group.
I'm checking your IMDb.com profile right now, and the very first work that I see is in a movie called Teenage Mother.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes, that's how I got my Screen Actors Guild card. I forgot about that. I was 17, and it was a documentary drama about venereal disease. I know, and but it was a job, and I got my union card, and I played I played a waitress who slept around, and I was like 17. Oh my God! It's listed. Everything is listed on the internet.
You did a lot of work. You worked
More stage, yeah.
So you did the movie called The Monitors. Her name was Ellie. You were the star to Ellie, the short Ellie Barnes, and then there was Richard. Then you started another movie called I Could Never Have Sex with Any Mandy. Okay, and then around the 1980s you started doing voiceover work. So what was Drawing Power about?
Oh, it was this great television series, and I did the voices for. It was basically it taught kids how to draw and read, and it was great. I like to do a lot of different characters, so I love doing that. You don't have to wear makeup when you do voice work, and I love doing that.
So guys, we're going to get now to the juicy part, Thundercats. Wow. So how did you hear about the audition for Thundercats?
Well, my agent called me and said, "There's this. You want to audition?" I said, "Sure." And I auditioned in my agent's office, and I got the job the next day.
So I know you played Chitara, Wily Kit,
I did all the female characters.
until Jerry Ann Ryan.
Gabrielle. I actually recommended her because Jerry Ann has a deeper voice than, her natural voice is deeper. And so she played Pumra, yes, in the second season. But the first season I did all the female characters.
Yeah, she was Chitara, Wily Kit, Mandora, the Nether Witch,
Yes.
Willa.
Willa and Willow.
Yeah.
One was British, and the other, I think one was British. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So there are rumors that they're going to produce a live-action Thundercats. If the movie is produced, would you like to at least be seen on camera for that?
Absolutely. I want to be Chitara's mother.
Nice, nice. Well, you heard it, guys. She wants to be a part of that production.
Chitara's mother.
Okay. Well, it's safe to say you're not retired from acting anymore. But it's nice to see you here at these shows, meeting your fans. I really liked how you brought Chitara to life. When she was there in the first and second season, she was this tough, strong, feminine warrior lady. Like, she knew when to kick ass and she knew when to hold back. That voice was amazing. And I have to say it again, like I said, guys, she was your favorite wet dream back in the late 80s. I mean, she had the sexiest voice. It's the truth.
Yeah. Well, I'm honored to be that. Yes, I am.
All right. Well, Chitara, I don't want to say Chitara. Lynn, so do you have any special message for the fans out there of Thundercats?
It's just so wonderful that you keep on loving the show. I mean, we did it in the late 80s, and every year it seems to get more and more popular, and it's on someplace around the world. You know, I heard it once translated in Spanish, and my voice was so low and sexy. Yo estoy feliz, yo. You know.
Yeah. All the DVDs have English, Spanish, and French.
Yes.
I actually sent some copies of the show to my nephews that live in Japan. They love the show. Yeah.
Oh, is it translated into Japanese yet? Well, it should be.
They speak English. But here's the funny thing. I ran into some of the animators from the show from Japan. Everyone in Japan knows all about the show. And the funny thing is, they never had a Japanese dub.
No, which is strange because the animation was really wonderful. They did it cell by cell, and they don't do animation like that anymore. You know, it's computerized. But in the 80s, I mean, and the artists were real artists, you know, who drew every single different cell. You know, I was very impressed.
Oh, yeah. One of the biggest artists from the show, the guy that created the opening animation, he's a big-time director now, Masayuki.
Masaluki, yes, I remember his name, yes.
Did you ever get to meet any of the animators from Japan?
No, Lee Doniger, who was our director, producer, who was a wonderful woman, and we became great friends.
God bless her soul.
Yeah, God bless her soul. But she used to go back and forth from Japan, and I'd ask her occasionally, would you take me with you? You know, because I wanted to meet them, but it never happened, and, you know.
It's on.
Great lady.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, I just have to say, Lynn, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here. Do you have a message for the fans as Chitara? Because we got to hear that Chitara voice. It's so great.
Well, I just want you to keep up.
All right, guys. That's a wrap. Until next time. Bye-bye.